The strongest people you know don't argue. They don't defend themselves. They don't try to prove they're misunderstood, not because they don't care, but because they learned something painful very early. Explaining yourself doesn't earn respect. It slowly destroys it. If you've ever felt exhausted trying to make people understand you, this video is for you. At some point in life, something strange happens. You stop explaining, not suddenly, not proudly, but quietly. You explain less in arguments. You stop clarifying your intentions. You stop correcting people's assumptions. And it's not because you became rude. It's because you became aware. Aware that no matter how clearly you speak, people don't hear your words. They hear what they already believe. That's when strength begins. Most people explain for 3 reasons. First, they want to be understood. Second, they fear being judged unfairly. Third, they want approval. Explaining feels like self-defense, like survival. But here's the uncomfortable truth. The more you explain yourself, the more you signal insecurity. Not because you are weak, but because explaining puts you in a lower position. You're asking for permission to be accepted, and strong people don't beg to be understood. Early in life, explaining works. Teachers listen. Parents listen. Friends listen. But adulthood is different in the real world. People are busy. People are emotional. People project their own fears onto you. They're not trying to understand you. They're trying to feel right. And once someone decides who you are in their mind, your explanation becomes noise. That's when strong people stop wasting energy. Here's what happens when you over-explain. You reveal more than necessary. You give people extra material to judge you. You turn a simple boundary into a debate. And debates don't build respect. They create winners and losers. Strong people don't compete for validation. They set standards. They don't say, "Let me explain why I did this." They say, "This is what I chose," and they let silence do the rest. Silence is not emptiness. Silence is confidence without performance. When you stop explaining, people pay more attention. Your words carry more weight. Your presence feels stronger. Why? Because humans associate calm with control. When someone doesn't rush to defend themselves, the brain assumes this person knows who they are. And that assumption creates authority. This is the biggest shift. Weakness says, "Please understand me." Strength says, "Believe me or don't, I'm still moving." Strong people accept a painful truth. Not everyone deserves clarity. Some people only listen to twist your words. Some only ask questions to poke holes. Some never plan to understand you at all. Explaining to them is self-betrayal. Strong people don't disappear. They don't go silent everywhere. They replace explanation with clarity. Explanation is emotional. Clarity is factual. Explanation: "I didn't mean it that way. Let me explain." Clarity: "This is what I meant." Explanation tries to convince. Clarity states and moves on. One drains energy. The other protects it. When you stop explaining, people feel uncomfortable. Why? Because they lose control over the narrative. They can't push you into defending yourself. They can't guilt you into oversharing. They can't extract emotional reactions from you. Your calm becomes threatening. And that's when you'll hear things like, "You've changed. You've become cold. You think you're better now." No, you just stopped negotiating your self-worth. Stoic thinkers understood this centuries ago. They believed, your character will speak for you. Your actions are your explanation. Your peace is more valuable than being liked. Strong people don't correct every misunderstanding. They let time reveal the truth. Because the truth doesn't need a microphone. It only needs consistency. Stopping explanation doesn't mean becoming arrogant. Strong people explain only in two cases. 1. When someone truly matters. 2. When clarity protects long-term consequences. They don't explain to impress, defend ego, win arguments, silence gossip. They explain with intention, not emotion. That's the difference. If you keep explaining, you stay emotionally exhausted. You stay misunderstood. You stay stuck trying to control perception. You start living for interpretation instead of truth. Strong people choose peace over perception. They accept that some people will misunderstand you forever, and that's okay. What happens when you stop explaining? Something powerful happens. You breathe easier. Your reactions slow down. Your confidence becomes quiet. You don't feel the urge to justify every decision. You don't panic when someone doubts you. You don't chase validation. You move with calm certainty, and people feel it. Here's the irony. When you stop explaining, people start listening more. When you stop defending, people question their assumptions. When you stop chasing respect, it quietly follows you, not loudly, not instantly, but permanently. The strongest people didn't stop explaining because they became heartless. They stopped because they became rooted in who they are, rooted in their values, rooted in self-trust. They learned that you don't owe clarity to those committed to misunderstanding you. So if you've stopped explaining lately, if you feel calmer but lonelier, if your silence feels heavy but honest, you're not losing people. You're outgrowing the need to be understood by everyone. And that's not weakness, that's strength.